you have to buy another gasket for this piece here. It's a Felpro 61792. While I'm in here, I'm just going to replace the PCV valve because it was like $5. It's I just bought the Motorcraft, and it's 7L3Z-6A666-A. And it's the brown one on the passenger side. Gonna change the spark plugs out. LTR7IX-11. These are one step colder. I'm gonna gap them to 20 thousandths and install them. If you don't know how to install spark plugs, then I have a video on that. Just search it, and I go step by step through it. It's oiling system right here. You're gonna screw in the brass fitting after you take out this oil pressure sensor, right? You're gonna screw in this brass T fitting to where it almost feels like it's gonna be tight. Then you face it straight vertical. That way you can get this silver 45-degree fitting. You can only screw this on if this thing is pointed straight up. Then you get it facing the way it needs to get facing, which is like that. And then you have to tighten this and bring this from pointing straight up down to where it's at now. Yeah, that was hard. There's not a whole lot of room in here to do anything. So on the inner fender well, you got these little push plug pin things. One there, and once you have these out, we'll be able to get into this corner to take out the bolt that goes through here that's holding the bumper on. And also, don't forget, under this weather stripping, there's a little 5 or 6 or something here holding the bumper on each corner. So I made my life a lot easier. I just pulled this bumper off. You pull those little gray clips off that hold the wiring harness, and then unplug that other sensor. You put these little clips in. That's gonna mount that lower bracket for the intercooler now. You got one on each side. On the intercooler here, I used a short bracket on the left going up to there, but then on this side I had to use the long one and cut it. So I cut it shorter, drilled a new hole, and it uses the inside bolt hole, and this one uses the left outside bolt hole. So then that's in. You got to plug the MAF in before you push this in, because, well, at least on mine, because I have this oil cooler bracket, it'll hit. I had to unclip the whole MAF wiring from there. Take the 90 elbow, the bigger one, I think it's 3" or so. Just put it on loosely here, put the two 90s loosely down there, and we're gonna leave that until we put the intercooler pipe, mount that, and that mounts to this on both sides. So then that'll get this piece all here completed. I'm going to put the bumper brace and all that stuff back on, and my oil cooler actually still fits. I was worried about that clearing here. I had to do some rearranging by running this far oil line like that up and over here, and then that goes over there, and then the short one here, I had to undo that so that I could actually even do any of this. Run it behind the wiring loom. We have, I don't know, what is that, 1/4 inch. So a solid gap there, 1/4 inch. It doesn't block any fins on the intercooler, which is nice. The bumper support's gonna block a bunch of fins on the intercooler though, but is what it is. You're gonna take the plugs that come with the kit, the O2 plugs. You're gonna screw them into the headers on both sides. Then you're gonna grab your up pipes, I call them, even though they're probably more like down pipes. So you're gonna put a gasket, and then you're gonna put 2 nuts on the back and tighten it down. And these two oil drains need to be level with the ground. So then you know you have the centerpiece clocked correctly versus the hot side. Grab this little 45-degree angle thing. You got this blue piece. You sandwich that in with the metal part there. Then you slide the bolt through here. And you slide this sucker like this. Then take a washer and a nut. And you're going to put this in finger tight for now. The only way to really get this one in is to slide the washer up. And before you tighten it like this, when it's finger tight, you'll have the gap to put this through. And you're going to tighten this to the pipe first. And then you can tighten this sucker down. Make sure during the clocking procedure, which is just you fiddling with this thing a whole bunch, you're going to get it where you like it. Lock down both parts. Then we need to do the oil line, right? Well, the oil line needs the hot side to be loose so you can get to this thing with a socket, actually, because there's no room to use a wrench. And this needs to be loose enough to pull back about 1/16 of an inch. And then I have it tilted towards the cold side here. You tighten this down with the washer on top, washer on the bottom, just standard banjo fitting, right? Then you need to put it finger tight again here. Put it up again, test fit it, lock down 1 or 2 of the screws to hold it tight, pull it back off, tighten all the hot side ones. And then you can finally put it up for good. And I suggest barely starting each screw, because this one here is insane. This one, it's right above the oil line. Can't get to it with a socket because it's blocked off. So yeah, it's just hard. It's just, I had to use different box wrenches and all kinds of different stuff to try to even get it to tighten. But now that I'm out of breath, they're all tight. Next step is putting the 90-degree here to there. But first, I need to cut this corner off here because it's in the way. The pictures in the instructions are pretty bad. But I came up with this. And it's clocked to where this bolt's hitting that flange. But it seems like it's going to line up to the intercooler pipe. And then this side sort of goes up in like this. It comes down. Obviously mounts there. Comes up. You need to have the blow-off valve pre-installed. Otherwise it's going to be really hard to get in there. You need to make sure you clear. Like I made sure to leave a gap between this drain plug and this. And you may have to bend your AC line a little bit. I'm glad that I put these intercooler pipes on before finalizing the clocking and mounting of the turbos and all that. Because as you can see, a 90 goes on here and the turbo here is clocked a little bit too far down. Not a big deal, but just something to pay attention to. Also, this little plastic here is going to have to get notched for the elbow to bend in here nicely. Then on this side, this one is pretty much good. So the 90 here goes like up and over like this. So the 90 goes like this. So I think this clock is perfect. I'm going to test fit the rubber right now. You're going to have the T in the center, one of these pieces on each end. I put sealer. You can use Teflon tape too. Then you're going to use one of these on each end. They're identical. And what this allows you to do is put in a restrictor so you don't get too much oil pressure if you're running ball bearing turbos. And then this side is an AN fitting, which goes to the stainless steel line that goes to the block. Hook up that long stainless steel line. Put together your oil return check valve. This piece here is where the check valve is. So on the thick part, you're going to put the skinnier 1/2-inch barb fitting to here. Then on the skinnier part here, you're going to put the 3/4-inch barb, or 5/8, whatever it is. So the bigger one here. So you should be able to blow air from the little one, and the air will come out the big one. But if you blow into the big one, it won't go out the small one. This hose line here is just perfectly flat this way, horizontal, so it doesn't tilt up, doesn't tilt down. Tighten that down. So now I can technically put the front bumper on, but I'm not going to put the front bumper on until after I get the tune, just in case I need to tweak anything with the blow-off valves, or some lines are loose or anything, right? It's way easier to get to all this crap with the bumper off, so I'm going to do the tune without the bumper.